Hello, Jackie here. Please don't forget to subscribe. How to move on from a breakup without compromising your dignity. That's our topic today. Breakups are painful, like seriously painful. The good news, you can learn how to move on from a breakup and see brighter days again. If you're trying to learn how to move on from a breakup, it's easy to assume that your glory days are behind you. You might assume that your life is going to be dark from this point on. You might even decide there and then that your dating life is over. It shouldn't. Of course, in reality, none of that is true. It feels that way for sure, but it's not true. Breakups are to be endured, but once they are over, once you've gone through the process and you start to feel better again, you will not only learn key lessons for future relationships, you will do it all again, no matter how many times you protest that you won't. But you will also learn something about your own strength too. How to move on from a breakup. 13 easy steps you must follow. There are several pitfalls to avoid when going through a breakup. So let's look at how to move on from a breakup in the most dignified of ways to help you avoid those less than dignified errors. Keep yourself busy. You might want to sit there and worry, but what good is it going to do you? There's no room for worrying right now. You must keep yourself busy and let things start to move naturally. Throw yourself into work, start writing a book if you want to, or simply spend more time with the family and friends. Busy, busy, busy is the way forward. Number two, keep that number and social media account blocked. Hopefully, you will have done the blocking early on. And when you start to feel slightly better and you want to start moving on from the breakup, you might start to think about unblocking. Don't do it. If you want to learn how to move on from a breakup in a dignified way, keep everything blocked. You will only get drunk one night and send a text that you seriously regret. Number three, do not assume that you need to cut your hair. We are all taught that when you've been through a breakup, you need to cut your hair or dye it a completely different color. You do not need to do this. Of course, if you want to, go for it, but make sure that you're thinking straight. Pink hair might look great on, well, pink, but it might not suit you. Step away from the scissors and the hair dye until you're feeling a little more like yourself. Tip 4. Avoid rebound hookups. We've all heard that saying. To get over someone, you have to get at someone else. No, you do not. This is the single best way to make yourself feel 10 times worse and start wallowing in self pity and guilt. Seriously, avoid rebounds altogether and just focus on feeling better. You will learn how to move on from a breakup. Far less event free. If you just avoid those drunken one night stands or emotionally fueled moments of madness. Tip 5. If you want to transform yourself, make it healthy. You will start to feel amazing if you focus on your health and well being. This is one of the best ways to put yourself back on the road to recovery. Start eating healthy, exercising, getting enough sleep, don't drink too much or smoke, and make sure that you do your best to generally live a healthier lifestyle than you did before. The changes will show in your appearance, mood, how you feel about yourself, and just about everything else in your life. Tip number 6. Reframe your negative thoughts. At some point, you're going to start looking back and wondering what you could have done differently. If you haven't already, the fact is you can't go back. So there's no point wondering. Yes, you can learn lessons, but it's totally different to wishing things were different. If you want to learn how to move on from a breakup, you need to start reframing those negative thoughts and move towards a more positive space. For every negative thought you have about the breakup or your ex, come up with a positive and repeat it until it becomes second nature. For instance, if you keep thinking, I wish I could change things, reframe that to, the past has gone and I'm going to make the future brighter. You won't believe it at first, but over time, you will believe it. Number 7, change your routine. When you do the same things every day, it can easily drag you down. If you want to learn how to move on from a breakup, distract yourself. Focus upon making positive changes in your life. Change your routine and see how you feel. For instance, instead of getting the bus to work every day, why not walk? Instead of sitting at your desk for lunch, ask a coworker if they want to go for a walk to the coffee shop. Small changes can make a huge difference. Tip number 8, do one thing every day that challenges you. In addition to changing your routine, challenge yourself with something new every day. This doesn't have to be something huge, it just needs to distract your mind. For instance, challenge yourself to make the perfect meal. Challenge yourself to walk to work faster than the day before. Challenge yourself to tick every item off your to-do list. With every challenge you face and succeed, your confidence will grow. That's how to move on from a breakup. Tip number 9, take the time to focus on yourself. All too often, we focus on everyone else but ourselves. When you've just come out of a relationship, you are so used to doing everything for your partner. Now is the time to focus on number 1. Do all the things you love to do and do not feel guilty about it. Dedicate one day per week to total self care and do not cancel it for any reason. Learn to nourish your soul and you will start to feel better in no time. Tip 10, accept it and let it go. You have broken up with your ex and now you're single. Harsh, no, it's the truth. If you want to learn how to move on from a breakup, you need to stop avoiding the truth and face it head on. What is so bad about being single? You don't have to compromise anymore and you can watch whatever you want on the TV. You can starfish in bed and you can spend as long as you want in the bath. Accept the truth and let it go if you want to move on. It takes time, but it's a watershed moment you need to work towards. 11. Treat yourself. Go on. You know you want to. This doesn't mean you should turn to shopping as an emotional cash over the long term. But it does mean that you can treat yourself to do something nice on this one occasion just because you can. If it makes you feel better in the here and now, and it's a one off, I say buy that iPhone or book 12. Say yes if you would normally say no. Now, there are a few rules here. Don't go aloud saying yes to things that you know you shouldn't do. But if you're always saying no to party invites or days out, it's time to start saying yes. You never know where these opportunities might lead, and that's what you have to start seeing them as opportunities. If nothing else, it gets you out of the house and you might even enjoy it. 13. Get rid of anything which reminds you of your ex. Finally, be ruthless. If you want to learn how to move on from a breakup, when you are ready, get rid of everything that reminds you of your ex. Take down the photos, delete the playlist, and stop watching the film that reminds you of the good time. It's time to make new memories. There is no time for looking back. You can lock yourself up and wait for the inevitable breakdown in your life, or you can learn how to move on from a breakup into a better life. The choice, fortunately or unfortunately, is entirely your own. Thank you so much for listening to me. That's all I had to share today. So, see you on my next video. I hope this video was helpful in reminding you and in encouraging you to move on. Thank you so much. Please don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more amazing content. And please click on the notification down below to get notified anytime I post. See you on my next video.